Hello, welcome to TisTalk.
Welcome to TisTalk. This is a podcast coming from Tisbury, Wiltshire and surrounding villages. I'm Julianne Murphy.
And I'm Mary Myers. It's the week beginning the 7th of April. So, hello Julianne.
Hello Mary, welcome back to Tisbury.
Oh, thank you very much. It's really great to be back on this lovely sunny morning. And I got back from southwest France yesterday.
Good.
And I just was reflecting, you know, the whole reason we started TisTalk, of which we've now done over 100 episodes, by the way.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Yes.
I don't know how we've done that.
No. It's gone so fast, but one of the main reasons we started TisTalk, I feel, was the feeling that the community really came together just during COVID, and we wanted to kind of reflect that and to kind of show what is going on in our community. And from afar, just looking at Facebook while I was away, there have been some kind of naysayers saying, oh, the soul's gone out of Tisbury or whatever. Absolute rubbish. Complete rubbish. I mean, you've been telling me while I've been away just all the, new things on the high street.
And you can see it.
You can.
Yeah, and you can feel it.
You can. It's partly maybe spring has sprung, but, there are new businesses on the high street.
Yeah, so we've heard.
There's a huge amount going on at the Nadder Centre, as ever.
The swimming pool.
And the swimming
will
pool.
be opening shortly.
Yeah. There are new people coming onto Tisbury Parish Council. All the voluntary stuff is kicking off. The footpath club, the nature group, the history thing. Everything is active.
Yeah.
So, it's a great community.
Yeah, I'm really glad you've come back, Mary.
Thank you. So this TisTalk episode is going to be the last of the spring season.
Yeah, and we're taking maybe a longer break than usual because life is interfering with our TisTalk endeavours. So we won't be back till the 12th of May.
That's right.
So what have we got in the programme today, Mary?
Okay, well, we start with a nice interview with Caroline Plumtre from Ansty about planning for the Ansty May Day on the 5th of May, and also about her volunteering with the Link scheme. And then we've got Kate Gam with some more news from Messums. Then we've got Anne Martin talking about new drama and improvisation with younger children at the Victoria Hall. Also, we have a message from Tata Paliano about the Carnival Committee. And the What's Ons, of course.
So, on with the show.
First, I went over to talk to Caroline Plumtre, who is treasurer of the Ansty Maypole Committee. But I started, by learning something quite interesting about her house and why it's named Basil's Cottage. Right, well, I'm here at Basil Cottage with Caroline Plumtre.
Sorry, it's Basil's Cottage.
Basil's, okay.
Because it's the cottage of Basil Brush. That's what it's named for.
Oh, really?
It wasn't named by us, yes.
Basil Brush?
Yes.
The puppet?
Yes,
Oh,
ghastly
funny.
puppet. And he was known, Ivor Evans was known as, he used to go boom, boom. He used to practice his boom, boom in the garden and neighbours could hear him.
What, the chap who used to live here?
Yes, Ivor Evans, I think, was the puppeteer. And the person who bought 96, Ansty Coombe Lane, from him, named it Basil's Cottage as a result.
Great. Okay, well, here I am in Basil's Cottage, named after Basil Brush, the little puppet, who I used to love when I was little, actually. And I'm with Caroline Plumtre, and we're going to talk about Ansty May Day. So what can we expect this May Day, Caroline?
Well, for the second year, it's being held on a bank holiday, so it's actually Monday, May the 5th, although we are going to have a traditional crowning of the May Queen on the 1st of May. Just a small ceremony and have you. Right. But it's happening again on the bank holiday. It's the second year we're doing it. It's a break with tradition, which is up for review, I would say. It's still not a cast in stone thing, so that is what is happening. And it's the usual traditional activities that are going on, the Morris dancers and the music this year, as with last year for the first time, provided by the granddaughter of the original couple, Tatty Bogle, who had been playing the music for the children to dance around the maypole for years. The stalls are mostly traditional. They're never exactly the same stalls each year, but we've got the children's stall and the cake stall, which are the absolutely go-to traditionals. Sadly, we're not able to do the plant stall because the stall, once we've sort of run out of people. It's not to say that won't come back, but we do slightly clash with the Wiley Arts Trail this year. It's every other year, isn't it? And a number of people are involved with that.
Right.
But the big thing this year is that for the first time we're outsourcing the bar.
Okay.
And the Boot have very kindly stepped in, and they are going to be managing the bar for us.
Okay.
But there's food, there's Big Bang Pizza, there's ice cream van, traditional raffle. We've got some nice prizes, and some local businesses are providing hampers or vouchers for this and that. That's very good.
Great.
And the fish and chips, which is always very welcome.
Yeah. And is it raising money for charity?
Yes, we do. We haven't actually... It's going to be one of the children's charities. We haven't made a firm decision on that yet. So, yes, it does. But also we have a sinking fund because at some point we will need to replace the maypole.
Yes. I'll ask you about the history of the maypole in a minute. Just a little bit more about any changes this year. Who's the new MC? I think you said there's a new one.
Oh, yes. For the first time, Paul Greenhouse, who lives in Blind Lane. Paul is going to be the new MC. He's a parish councillor in Ansty. And so we're looking forward to that.
Great.
And
the children, of course, they'll be dancing around the maypole. Is it still Wendy's group?
Yes, it is Wendy's group, and it's brilliant, and mostly children from St John's Primary School, but not exclusively. Mm-hmm. The other thing we're very excited about is that for the first time in many years, both the May Queen and her attendant are Ansty girls.
Oh, nice. And they've been chosen already?
Yes.
But
because
who it will be revealed on the day.
Well, no, it's going into the programme. I don't think it's... I can't think it's a secret.
Okay.
Yes, they are... Lily Hicks is the May Queen, and Imogen Dalton is her attendant.
Lovely.
So that's lovely. I mean, going back some years ago, we have definitely had Ansty May Queens and attendants. But I think it's the first time for many years, certainly, that we've had both, which is great.
Yeah, lovely.
Yes, I mean, because May Day originally, as I understand it, marked the return of summer and the encouragement of fertile crops. And in terms of Ansty's annual celebration, the Arundels of Wardle Castle bought the manor of Ansty sometime in the late 16th century. They erected the maypole and encouraged their tenants' children to dance round the maypole on the 1st of May.
Right. And it's been going on ever since.
It's been going on ever since. There was a break when Oliver Cromwell, of course, came in and didn't want anything like that. It was all too... Yes, it was not
all too much fun.
All too much for him. But it was revived at the Restoration in 1660. And the maypole's in the same position it ever was. It was traditionally cut from the Wardle Woods, but I'm not sure if the current maypole, which was put up in 1993 or 94 after the existing one was blown down, I cannot swear to whether it's Wardle Woods wood. So
right. Yeah.
Can't answer that question.
So it was replaced last in 1993.
That is my understanding, and if anybody thinks differently, forgive me, but I believe that that's the case.
Yes. Okay.
We've got a bit of a tight window for when the road is closed. Parking, as I'm sure everybody knows, is quite tricky. There is some disabled parking near the commandery, near the church, and you have to get to that via the A30. Otherwise, just people bringing their cars, just do pay attention to the parking attendants, because we have to always be very mindful of the fact that an emergency vehicle, there must always be space down the high street for ambulance, fire engine, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everyone's well aware of that.
So that's the Monday bank holiday, May the 5th, from 1 p.m.
to 5.
To 5 p.m. Great.
Yes.
Just one last thing about something else you're very involved with, Caroline, which is the link scheme, the transport thing for taking people to appointments and that kind of thing. We talked to you a few months ago, well, about last year on TisTalk, and you were appealing then for new drivers. Have you got any more, and do you still need any more?
Well, yes, I was talking to you then in my in the guise of chair, which I'm no longer. I've stood down from that, but I remain a trustee and very involved, as you say, because I'm both a coordinator and a driver. And yes, we have managed to recruit some new drivers.
Good.
And that's all great, but we remain really keen to recruit more because, you know, there's an ever increasing need for our services. So if anybody is listening to this, again, I repeat that if you were to join, you are committed to nothing. If you drive once a month, once a year, just any driving helps us enormously. There is no commitment, and it can be really fulfilling. You can have some enormously interesting conversations with some of our clients, and it can be very rewarding.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's hope some more people come forward. Thank you very much, Caroline.
Thank you very much, Mary.
TisTalk, a podcast from Tisbury on tistalk.buzzsprout.com.
Next, Kate Gam on Messums Arts events.
You may have heard on last week's TisTalk my chat with Mirka from Messums Studio about some really exciting workshops that are coming up in the Easter holidays for young people. Well, Mirka has another workshop to tell us about, and here she is having a chat with me. More details can be found on the Messums Studio Instagram page.
So we are very fortunate that we will be able to offer yet another free workshop for young people age 13 plus. It's aimed at children from year 9 and higher. And this time it is with one of the Danish artists who is exhibiting currently at Messums West. The Danish artist's name is Annalie Stoke Grimwade, and Annalie is coming to deliver 2-day workshops so that young people will be able to get quite a long time in the studio to get to know the subject and get to design their work and have long time to discuss their projects with Annalie. And the workshop is going to take place on the 12th and 13th of April, so in the holiday just coming up. For both, we will be meeting up, so the workshop will start in the gallery. So we will actually meet up first thing on Saturday at 10 o'clock in the gallery, where we will have a look at the exhibition of Danish ceramics currently there. And Annalie will be able to discuss her work with the children in the gallery. And then we will relocate to the studios in Chilmark and do the practical side of the workshop there. And on Sunday, we will meet in Chilmark and carry on.
And looking at the content on Instagram, it talks about bringing some materials with them in order to experiment with them. So how might that work?
Yes, young people are asked to look around and find things or see things that they might feel that no longer have value, and see how those discarded sort of things may turn into materials with which we can carry on creating. So Annalie is suggesting, old electric chargers that no longer are used, maybe, old toys, and as an item to inspire us because of their form, but they can be impressed into clay and see how they mark the material, or they could be worked into clay and see how they change the nature of the material.
It's great that the children have got the opportunity to see her work and to hear about how she works before they themselves try out these processes in the studio.
Yes, I agree. No, absolutely. I think it's the more exposure children have to professional artists, the better.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. What a great thing to do in the school holidays.
The whole 2 days is free for children, completely free. So materials for the children are also covered. Best way to book is to contact us at the studio. So our email address is creative@messums.org. It is maximum of 10 places, so it's a nice small group. Young people will have very good attention from the artist. Annelie is coming specifically from Denmark just for this weekend to deliver this workshop. The sponsors of this particular workshop is the Carlsberg Foundation, but also the Danish Art Foundation and the Danish Embassy.
This is TisTalk from Tisbury, Wiltshire.
Next, Anne Martin's talking to lots of excited children about a new drama project at the Victoria Hall.
What animal are you going to be?
I'm a cat.
You're a cat, and what are you?
A dragon mouse.
A dragon mouse. So are you painting the dragon mouse then? And you're painting the cat?
Yes.
Okay, and what characters are you?
I'm a dog.
I'm in the Elizabeth Hall today. I'm chatting to Nikki Nicole, who started a new project in Tisbury. So can you tell us something about it, Nikki?
Yeah, we already had the junior tag group and they do one major show a year. So I took that on as coordinator and always wanted to run a regular club for the children. And the idea is that they develop a play and then they do everything. They discuss how they're going to look, what the costume's going to look like, and they try and provide as much as possible backstage. And this will just be performed to parents.
Great, that's fantastic. So you've got lots of skills then in many areas. Yeah. The children have to pay to join the
Not
session?
at the moment, no. There's no charge at the moment.
And can anyone come along then? Do they have to live in Tisbury?
No. So it's open to anybody. And at the moment, I think we've got about 11 members, which can be quite hectic, but which is good because we chose a story. So I did have in mind already of how I saw it going. So it's a case of helping that to come to fruition. It's quite a fun story. They did improvisation. So when they developed a scene that they liked the idea of, they'd improvise it. So then I was able to write down what they're saying. We can get some good lines.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's kind of a largely led by the children. We've got two very enthusiastic performers here running around in the background. What do you enjoy about coming to these sessions then?
It's fun because I get to see all my friends. Oh, and sometimes I practice doing my cartwheels.
Oh, so you do kind of gymnastic things as well. What do you enjoy about it?
Well, honestly, I just like Marley. I enjoy playing with my friends, and also because I really like acting. I think this is a really good thing. I really like it.
So you're not only doing acting, but you're doing creating costumes and maybe makeup and some behind-the-scenes stuff and sound as well, aren't you? So what is the play you're going to do?
Bob and Cat. It's like Hansel and Gretel, but with, well, as you might have guessed, Cat is a cat and Bob is a dog.
We're now in the makeup room and children are sitting in pairs and they're getting ready to paint each other's faces. So what are you painting each other's? How are you doing it?
We are painting to look like the animals we're going to be in the show.
It sounds such good fun, and I can see that the children are really enthusiastically rushing about and getting ready to take part in this.
This is their warm-up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Follow us on Instagram at TisTalk Radio.
Just before the What's Ons, we have a special message from the Carnival Committee voiced by Lal Pointer.
There's lots going on in Tisbury as ever, but there's a danger that our lovely carnival might not happen this autumn. Here's another message from the Carnival Committee. Dear friends of the Carnival, thank you to those that attended the EGM and or AGM. As you probably know, Tisbury Carnival Committee was unable to establish a committee at either meeting. Rather than disband everything immediately, which has taken a lot of work to establish, it has been proposed that a working group be created to move things forward, whatever the outcome might be. People have already come forward to offer help and to volunteer for committee positions. In the meantime, the proposal is that Lydia Morell, Treasurer, Tata Paliano and Dave Milas, as previous committee members, be appointed as interim leadership to address the issue of leadership and decision-making process to ensure continued operations. We will eventually need to hold an EGM to establish a new committee. There are many things that need to be discussed about the way forward, so there will be a meeting on Thursday the 10th of April, 6 p.m. in the Elizabeth Hall for us all to meet. If you cannot make the discussion but are interested in following what happens, then let us know and we will make sure that you are included in the follow-on. And that is a message from Fortunata, and she thanks everybody for spreading the word in the past weeks.
Thank you, Lau. And now for the What's Ons. On Tuesday the 8th, 7:30, the Tisbury History Society will have a talk about the Roman villa at the Newt in Somerset by the exhibition manager Rick Weeks, and that will start at 7:30. On Wednesday the 9th, 10:30 to 12 noon, the Tisbury Memory Group will meet in the Hinton Hall. Later on, 12 to 1:30, in the Methodist Church, the Lent lunch will take place. And at 6 o'clock, Tisbury Service of Wholeness and Healing will take place at St John's Church. On Thursday the 10th, there is a carnival meeting at 6 p.m. at the Elizabeth Hall, and also the Natural History Society meets at 7 for 7:30 in the Victoria Hall. Please note this is a change from the date that was published in the Focus. On Palm Sunday, which is the 13th, at 10 a.m, a procession from St John's Church up the High Street with a live donkey will take place, organised by all three Tisbury churches. And later at 6:30, for 7 p.m. start, the film Faces Places will be showing at the Victoria Hall under the Magic Lantern Films. And that's all for this week's What's Ons. Now, because TisTalk is off air until early May, here are a few reminders of events coming up in the next few weeks and over Easter. There are a whole series of services and masses for Easter at Tisbury's three churches, and in the churches of our Nadder Valley, from Ansty to Swallowcliffe, Fovant to Tevon Magna. See Focus magazine for times. Also, there are loads of Easter holiday activities for children up at the Nadder Centre. They range from dart wars to pedal carts to ping pong and a roller disco. Members cost £3, non-member £4 per session. Phone 01722 434 240. If you're a member of Tisbury Footpath Club, they are having their 50th anniversary celebration on April the 26th with a lunch and a series of walks, but you have to book. To be sure of a place, and the deadline for booking is the 18th of April, contact Roger Walker on Jude, ROG, UK @btinternet.com or text or call 07891 44 2664. On April the 27th, Fonthill House will be open from 12 to 5 to show off its beautiful gardens in aid of Salisbury Hospice. And finally, don't forget to vote on May the 1st. Elections are for a new Wiltshire councillor to replace Dick Budden, who is not seeking re-election. And that's all from TisTalk for now. Have a really good Easter.
So we've been Mary Myers and Julianne Murphy, with special thanks this week to Lal Pointer, Kate Gam and Anne Martin. and we'll be back on the 15th of May. See you then.